of Finnish democracy. First, people, parties, politicians, and at the end, in keen cooperation, the Parliament, government and I had the same opinion. And we have had a couple of party congresses during this weekend, and I see that the sentiment is still very solid and reflects that kind of solid democratic opinion. During the process, like I said, we have received all the necessary information. You have been very polite, you and your people. Thank you once again for that. So we had a possibility of discussing also the situation at the moment. We have been surprised by the position of Turkey, but as in international politics, it is
politiikassa
all the reasons to take
on,
seriously
niin totta kai täytyy suhtautua hyvin vakavasti siihen, mitä vastapuoli tai toinen osapuoli sanoo. Ja näin aiomme myös tehdä. Aiomme ottaa hyvin vakavasti nämä Turkin esiin ottamat näkökohdat. Ja meillä on myös hyvät yhteydet tähän liittyen teidän ja teidän henkilöstönne kanssa ja myös Ankaraan on tiiviit yhteydet ja toivotaan, että sitten loppujen lopuksi löydetään sellainen ratkaisu, joka tyydyttää kaikkia. Tätä vakavampaa toki on sitten Euroopassa, Ukrainassa käytävä sota. Puhuimme tästä pitkään. Valitettavasti kukaan meistä ei näe nyt tällä hetkellä mitään selkeää loppupistettä tuolle sodalle. Ja se on todellakin yhteinen ongelma kaikille eurooppalaisille ja erityisesti tämä on myös laajasti ottaen globaali huolenaihe. Minun mielestäni resilienssi, kriisin sietokyky on nyt sellainen asia, joka tässä kohtaa tulee mieleen. Ukrainan kansan kestokyky ja resilienssi. Ukrainalaisia on tässä testattu aivan äärirajoille asti ja siellä on
they are fighting bravely and it seems that they continue. We have been hoping that resilience of Russia would somehow be weakening. Unfortunately, very much of that is not at the moment in sight. And then there's a question of our resilience, we who want to help Ukrainians. And I would like just to remind that, yes, what we have started, we will also continue. So, thank you once again, and please.
President Niinistö, Sauli, it's great to be back in Finland. Great to see you again, and thank you so much for this warm welcome. As a Nordic neighbor and friend, I have visited your country many, many times. And I've always been very impressed by the way you have combined vision with pragmatism, turning bold goals into reality. The decisions by Finland and Sweden to apply for NATO membership are historic. You have long been our closest partners. You have strong democracies with capable militaries. And your membership in NATO will increase our shared security. Our forces have trained and exercised together for many years. Finnish soldiers contribute to NATO missions and operations from the Western Balkans to Iraq. And we have further enhanced our sharing of information at this critical time for our security. Finland and Sweden's membership in NATO would further strengthen the Nordic region of our alliance. And now, allies are considering the next steps on their path to NATO. We have to address the security concerns of all allies, including Turkish concerns about the terrorist group PKK. So I remain in close contact with you, Sauli, and your colleagues with Sweden and with our ally Turkey on the way ahead. My staff also remain in close dialogue with officials from all three countries to address the legitimate Turkish concerns and to move forward on your accession to our alliance. So, President Niinistö, NATO and Finland share common values and common interests. The security of Finland and Sweden matters to NATO. Many allies have already made clear their commitment to your security. NATO remains vigilant, and we have increased our presence in this region. As we speak, our exercise Boltops is underway, with over 7,000 forces from 14 NATO allies and Finland and Sweden, training side by side. Finnish and Swedish forces are also participating in NATO's integrated air and missile defense exercise across the Baltic region and Poland. These are powerful demonstrations of NATO's commitment to this region of strategic importance. So, dear Sauli, thank you for our discussions today. I look forward to welcoming you to the NATO summit in Madrid. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's time for questions. First question goes to Finnish Broadcasting Corporation and Matti Koivisto.
Yes, thank you. Matti Koivisto, Finnish Public Broadcasting Company. Turkey has been blocking accession talks with Finland and Sweden for almost a month now. Has there been any progress in talks with Turkey? And what's your assessment? Is there a possibility of solving this issue in Madrid?
The summit in Madrid was never a deadline. At the same time, I would like to see this solved as soon as possible, and therefore we are working hard with our NATO ally Turkey, and also with Finland and Sweden to address those issues that Turkey has raised. And these are legitimate concerns. This is about terrorism, it's about weapons exports. And we have to understand and remember that no other NATO ally has suffered more terrorist attacks than Turkey. And also that Turkey is an important ally with a strategic geographic location, being a Black Sea nation, but also bordering Iraq and Syria, and Turkey has played a key role in our fight against terrorist groups like ISIS, Daesh. And also to take into account that no other NATO ally hosts more refugees than Turkey, and that Turkey is playing a key role in providing support to Ukraine, and now also playing a key role in the efforts to find a solution on how to export grain from Ukraine. So when a vital key ally as Turkey raises concerns on terrorism, then of course we have to sit down and take them seriously, and that's exactly what we do. And I therefore also welcome the clear message from Finland and from President Sauli Niinistö and Sweden that actually they are ready to sit down to address those issues and then to find a way forward. It is the right decision for Finland and Sweden to apply for membership. That will strengthen their security, it will strengthen NATO, and it will strengthen security and stability throughout the Euro-Atlantic area.
Okay, next question on the left side, Philip Teir, Dagens Nyheter.
Jo, jag har en fråga här. I en situation där Sveriges ansökningsprocess av någon orsak drar ut på tiden, till exempel i förhandlingar med Turkiet eller bara av inrikespolitiska orsaker, kan man tänka sig ett läge där Finland går vidare i en ansökningsprocess utan Sverige?
Då jag hade besök till Sverige, jag sade det mycket klart då man har sagt att Finlands sak är vår historiskt. Så jag säger att Sveriges sak är också vår. Det betyder det att vi går vidare hand i hand.
Matti Posio, Lännen Media.
Matti Posio, Lännen Media Newspapers, Finland. Thank you for the opportunity and thanks for being in Finland. What about the predictions that we heard before Finland applied for the membership? Many nations, and including yourself, you said that we would have possibilities for a very speedy entrance. Some people even spoke about in a heartbeat, in a blink of an eye, and it never crossed our minds that we could be accused of being a terrorism supporting nation. It's very far from us Finns, as you know. So were we being too optimistic about entering NATO? Thank you very much.
Well, I think we still have the ambition of making this a decision that doesn't drag out too long and to solve these issues as soon as possible. Second, as President Niinistö has also publicly said, and he can elaborate on that in a moment, is that we had reasons to believe that actually this was going to be supported by all allies. Then Turkey has raised some concerns, and then we sit down and we are working on them as we speak. We have frequent and regular contacts with Turkey, with Finland and Sweden to look into the issues that Turkey has raised. So that's the way we do this, and I think still we have to remember that what we face is a more dangerous world. We face a Europe where we have seen Russia invading a neighbor, using brutal military force to gain territory, to re-establish a world order with spheres of influence. And that triggered the Finnish decision, and then NATO, of course, is ready. And all allies, also Turkey, has expressed again and again that NATO's open door is a great success, and NATO's door remains open, and NATO's open door policy over decades has helped to spread democracy, ensure peace and stability, and therefore Turkey, Finland, Sweden, NATO are working hard on how to ensure the membership of Finland and Sweden as soon as possible.
Like I have said, it was a bit amazing to hear President Erdogan's opinion. That was 13th April, because months earlier, in very many occasions, we had the positive response from Turkey. Directly to me and to our foreign minister several times, and I guess to NATO too. Surely 13th May, we made, or our parliament made its decision a couple of days later. So during that moment, the Turkish opinion was well known. And like I said, even now later on, we have had party congresses during this weekend. At least I haven't noticed that this event, so difficult it might be, hasn't changed anything. So we go further, and like you, Jens, said, surely we wish that this would be solved as soon as possible, but we keep on going.
And following question, Sunny Sharma, TV2 News, and in English, please.
Sunny Sharma, TV2 News, Norway. Is there any progress on the negotiations with Turkey, and in so forth, which areas are there any progress in?
So if there are problems?
Progress.
Oh, the progress is maybe just the fact that we have open lines, we continue discussions. We have had a lot of help from after both Turkey and us had the same opinion that the NATO secretary will try to give its help. So that is on its way. There will be meetings, there will be discussions, and it's important what we have from Finland done, that is to give as much information of our current position. We have a new legislation, and actually I want to underline that I don't see any major differences in the way Finland deals with this Turkish terrorism issue if you compare it to other existing NATO countries. So that makes surely us a bit difficult to understand that we are pointed out. But, well, if we are pointed out, we will point out that it is, well, not actually updated.
Okay, allocated time we still have. Do you have final remarks, or shall we end? Okay.
Yes, we will continue discussions. Actually, I'm very eager to hear what Jens has to say today, and we will continue also tomorrow. This is a very important moment in Finnish, not only Finnish, maybe a bit Nordic history here too. And that makes our days here even more interesting than usually. And once again, thank you, and waiting for your comments.
Yeah. Once again, thank you so much for inviting me here. I'm really honored by being here at Kultaranta, and I'm looking forward to the discussions later on today. And let me once again commend you, Sauli, President Niinistö, for your leadership, for your vision, for the courage of the Finnish people to make the historic decision to apply for membership. This is, as you said, a triumph for Finland, for the Finnish democracy, the way you were able to make the decision to have this strong support and also have the support not only for the public, from the public opinion, from the people of Finland, but also from the parties and from Parliament. So I think that demonstrates that Finland is a country which has the courage to make its own independent decisions, and we should never allow intimidation, violence to decide which path countries can choose, but that should be a result of democratic processes, exactly as we have seen in Finland. And then it's our responsibility, together with you, to ensure that the accession process, that your accession into NATO can happen as quickly as possible. And the only way of doing that is to address the concerns raised by one ally, and that's exactly what we're doing now.
Thank you. This concludes this press conference.
Okay. Thank you.
Tuotakaa.
I'm supposed to roll the stairs.